Hello everyone, and this is my English version of the attack that happened here in Brazil for the CNM software that the hackers stole around a billion to 4 billion. The right amount of money stolen is unknown, but yes, they did. And what I want to bring in this video is a more detailed explanation of what happened, so you watching may understand better uh, how it happened. So maybe you can even take this learning opportunity to your company, so you might not get hacked the same way this company got hacked. I am Solimar, I speak for S-Next Cybersecurity, and here is the anatomy of the CNM software attack. When an attack is planned, the first thing that is done is reconnaissance. And reconnaissance is probably 90% of the attack, because I need to understand what exactly I am working with, which technology, which process, and which people I am working with. And probably they had scouts for a long time watching the company, who was entering, who was coming out, which time, which frequency, and understanding this behavior, and also understanding the behavior of the technology with other hackers too. Understanding how was the technology stack, which condition, and how was it operating. And probably they also did local pen testing, uh, black hat pen testing, to understand if they could exploit something locally in the space, physical space of the company. Well, they probably in this phase found the ActiveMQ vulnerability. The code of the vulnerability is in the video right now, in the image of the video. And as you can see, it's a 2023 vulnerability. Here it involved a bit of mismanagement from the governance, security governance of the company, because probably they accepted this risk. Inside the risk management, you have many ways to treat a risk, so in this case probably they accepted it. What I think that they didn't update is because what the hackers also discovered, you could not exploit this externally, only internally, because probably they had an infrastructure. At least they could have some layers, and these layers were protecting that ActiveMQ stack. And so the hackers had to appeal to social engineering, and that's when they found that 41 years old individual that they found to be the easiest target, because what is yeah, what came out in the news is that he always went to the company to work, always went to work uh, by bus, and returning home, he used to go to a bar and and this was a kind of a perfect place, because no one is looking for the, a potential attack in a bar, right? So this attack took a few days, a few months probably, because the news also told that this individual was changing phones every 56 days. So uh, from the point that he sold his credentials and he started to use the code that was sent to him, use the code that was sent to him to execute inside the company. It took a while, and through this time, the hackers also did another phase of reconnaissance, and they probably understood better where would the attack happen and which targets they would target to steal the money. So having this planned, when they really had full access to the infrastructure of the company and had planned where they would attack, they started doing. And this was in 30th of June.
And they kept the attack until July 2nd. It just got discovered because some exchanges found weird the high amount of money being transferred.
Then exchange it to other cryptocurrencies, and this raised an alarm. They contacted the banks, and also contacted the central bank uh, here in Brazil, and then they found that the attack was happening. But unfortunately, this was too late, because it always is too late when the attack is already happening. And the best thing you can do is minimize the incident uh, size, so you might lose the least amount of information, in this case the least amount of money. But it's certain that 800 million could not be recovered anymore, and around 270 millions were able to be freezed, and probably will be recovered after a while. But anyway, that's how the attack happened. Exploiting the a kind of bad security management, exploiting the human side, and this raised an alarm of how an attack can happen and how hidden it can be if we don't care about how we monitor our infrastructure, and how we care about our assets, right? So and people is the most important asset, so we need to offer training to companies, and companies need to understand how important training is, and also have a holistic approach to the security of the company, taking care all of the possibilities. And this will also apply to the third parties that were affected, the smaller banks that were connected to CNM software to share uh, their partnership, right? So it's a this is how the attack happened, and I hope I could answer this question. And so, uh, see you next time.